Good morning, everyone. Today is Tuesday, the 8th of Feb, and today I'm joined with Joe.
Good morning, everybody.
I just thought we'd have a quick look at the All Ords chart. I did a Fibonacci retracement drawing on this the other day, and you can see I've done it from the very low of when COVID hit to the last peak, and it has dropped back to that 23.61%. which usually indicates if it bounces off here is a strong signal, so that's a little bit exciting. And we've had a good recovery today. Now, we thought we'd touch base on some stocks that we've talked about in the past. STA is one that is having a breakout today, that nice little candle here. Santos as well is now sitting nicely above that $7.50 level. AGL, I think, is one to still keep an eye on. You'd want to be looking at that break of 7.55. I think it's at 7.31 when I last looked. So it's sort of forming a nice little sideways pattern there. CXO is another one that we've talked about that is now is above that 80 cents level, which is a nice move today. CIA, it looks like all the iron ore stocks are having a bit of a run. We've got CIA after their dividend payment yesterday has rebounded very well. BHP, one we all look at, that's had a nice move along with FMG, another nice move today. And one also, Grange Resources, had a really big move yesterday that seems to be wanting to continue, bit of a pullback. As long as it can stay up at that level, it looks pretty good as well. 90 cents might be a bit of an issue for it to get through at this stage, but keep an eye on it. Now, given the circumstance and what Frank and I discussed yesterday, we thought we'd stick with a higher high, higher low scan just to keep seeing if we see anything that comes up. This one is only, when you look at the value, 3,000 have gone through, it's $511, so we're going to move on. Not much goes through that at all. That is quite messy. It's up and down, quite volatile. I just don't think, it's very hard to kind of get any kind of confirmation. If you're looking at a break there, where's your stop going to be? That's very gappy. So always look at why you wouldn't and where your stop would be, and your risk reward ratio is a bit iffy on that one. Again, only $2,500. I know it's only early, but that isn't a lot of volume, and you can tell it's a bit the same through that stock. So we'll move on. CUF, I don't mind this. This has been a big downtrend. It looks like you would say it's a bit of a saucer shaping up. It has retraced through, I'd say, that down move with the All Ords. Now I think this is shaping up to be quite nice. I'd like to see it hit this level, come back down, form a higher low, and then have a good breakthrough. Okay. Bearing in mind you've got this 5 cent resistance here. There is a gap at 5.1, so it might be a bit of an issue getting through there, but one to put on your watch list. EM2, Frank talks about significant lows. I would say this is come back to fill that gap here. You've had a big downtrend moving sideways. I don't mind this. That is a high, low, high. You'd argue that's the same level, so not quite a lower high, but not a higher high either. Okay. This can reach that level, come back to form a higher high. I'd like to see that then break through. Again, you've got the 75 cent level. It doesn't seem to be an issue on this stock. It seems to be more up around the 80, 85 cents. So it's probably one worth to keep a look at. It does have a nice little shape up to it. Yep. Okay, you'd argue that is a breakout now. 20 cents, again, is a bit of a level, but I do like this rise in OBV, and there's a lot of volume going through. Oh, it's an energy stock. Okay, so, yeah, it's 120 is the usual. It's now gone 406, so that's a lot of volume. That's gone through today, perhaps on some news, I'm not sure. But I'd like to, that looks good. I'll be curious to see how much is at 20 cents to see if there's much stopping it or not, but I don't mind that. Not a perfect high, 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 low, but I think that breakout makes it look quite nice. Yeah, I think I've seen better. We'll move on. Same with that one. What does this look like? Okay, that is definitely a significant low on that point. You've got high, low, sorry, high, low, just. This hasn't reached that, but it's definitely a high, low. It's trying to do it now, get through 23.5. That's quite interesting, bearing in mind looks like 24.5 is a bit of an issue to get through. Maybe one to keep an eye on.
Yep.
KSL is a bit the same. That's a nice little tick, bit of volume going through today. Not perfect, but it is performing nicely. I think 90 cents is going to be a bit of an issue. Again, I'd like to see it come back to fill that gap there and then have another run. And this was looking perfect. That is an absolute perfect example of higher highs, higher lows.
Yep.
Sadly, then we got with lower high, lower lows, but it's trying very desperately to get back to this level. So I think 50 cents is would be the resistance. So I'd like to see how it moves up to 50 cents and then break through. This is just forming. The longer it does this, the better. Sideways move. That means the next uptrend would be stronger the longer it moves sideways. No, I think we've seen better today, and that's it for the high, 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 low. So there's a few there to keep an eye on. I'll just very, very quickly do my scan that I always do. This has come up again. This, I believe, is in a bit of a takeover, so we're just going to ignore that one for now. AZJ, this is, you could argue, this is the interruption that we've seen that you're seeing a lot of charts are doing. It's come back to its previous level, which is great to see. So that doesn't look too bad to put that in a watch list. Maybe a close above 370 is up here would be the way to perhaps look at that stock. Again, where's your stop going to be? Look at your risk reward ratio on that. BET, I think the longer it can move along 75 cents, the better. There's every chance. There's not enough. This is in a downtrend, so we need some confirmation that that's going to go up. Seeing a V for me isn't enough confirmation. There's every chance that could come back and break that level. So you probably want to see a good sideways move along 75 and then another high, 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 low on that one to confirm a new uptrend. CO1, that to me looks like it's going down. This is interesting. That is looking up and that is looking down. So,
what do you make of that? What does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know, to be completely honest. I've seen this a bit. There's volume. I'd say people have bought in here and now it's just a sell-off.
Right.
Yeah. If anyone's got any ideas or suggestions on that, please let us know. No, don't really like the look of that one. Jam, this is a rough roller coaster ride. Yeah. I think if I was in this, I'd have to shut my eyes and just not look at it. That's just been moving sideways for an exceptionally long time, which again you could argue is a good thing. Yeah. This is sort of all over the place though. If that was more solid, I'd be a little bit more excited. When you bring it in close, it's just very rough. So have a real strategy on this stock if you're looking at it. We mentioned this earlier. This has been moving nicely. Again, you're seeing this typical downtrend from the past few weeks. It's getting back to its previous levels and had a nice breakthrough. I like that. That definitely is a nice sideways move. big rise in OBV over the past few days and a nice little breakthrough today.
Yeah. MLX. Okay.
Yeah. MVF, I think $1.10 is a bit of an issue, so perhaps put this in your watch list for a break at $1.10. I'm going to draw some trend lines so that you can do a trend line crossing scan that we discussed yesterday. NHT, this again is just moving slowly up. Again, I'd be looking at this a break at 250. Previous highs are 270, so that potentially could be a target. But that's a nice little slow moving uptrend. That's really not doing anything for me. That's again sideways, but a bit of a rough ride. I look at this and sort of wonder that is I'd say you've got a support level here, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Your potential target is $1. So if you're into buying the dip, you've got, looking at a break of say 75.5 to a potential target of $1. Pretty tight stop under here. Again, you'd need confirmation that it is going to move up. So you'd want to see a bit of more of a higher high come in here to confirm a move upwards. SGR, probably a bit the same. Sort of looks the same sort of pattern. It's had a big move. You'd expect some kind of a pullback at some point, perhaps $3.75 up at this level, $3.78.80. It's going to be a bit of resistance. It's just done a lot over the last week. You could argue that it's trying to fill this gap here, bit of buying action. Again, confirmation. What's your confirmation on these? That looks like a good break of 70. It's moved up. It's trying to move up a bit more. Looks like some sellers are coming in. So hopefully a bit of a sideways move at 75 cents for another entry. And that again was a break of 55. It's had its run. There's that pullback that I keep talking about. It's pulled back again. If it can sit around this level for a while, you potentially could get another entry at around the 62, but it needs to move sideways for a bit. That's about it.
Good.
Any questions?
Yeah. No. Just lots to look at there. It's better than last week.
Yes, yes. Hope it carries on. Thanks, everyone. Chat to you soon.
Bye.